Hello, how you doing? I'm here with Brian Rose, potential candidate or potential next mayor of London. Really, obviously, I'm asking about one particular policy that's putting London's health first. As a saying, health and fitness professional, I really would like to know what kind of strategies you have planned or you want to implement, and what's the intention on going with.
Yeah, so the fact that they shut our gyms down for the past 4 or 5 months, I think has been a big mistake. We saw even by Public Health England's own data that COVID transmissions were only responsible at 1.7% in gyms. And so it was one of the safest places to go. We know it's good for our health and well-being. What I did yesterday is I went to the gym because it hadn't been open in 4 months. And I think it's such an important part that the government's not talking about it. We need to be proactive about investing in our health. And the government now rewards you for having pints and eating bad food, but they don't reward you for going to the gym. So
definitely. I feel it's definitely more of an afterthought. So grossly overlooked by all the other candidates, really.
There's a concept in my manifesto called work out to help out, as opposed to eat out to help out, where actually it's trying to encourage people and subsidize people to go to the gym.
Yeah,
and
improve their mental well-being, take ownership of themselves.
Yeah, people say save our NHS. Imagine if people did daily training, watch what they ate, and thought about smoking and drinking more. We would save the NHS probably 20% of its budget. Definitely. And yet the government doesn't do that. And I always say, I have 2 young boys, they're 3 and 4 years old. They don't do what I say, they do what I do. And so if we see Sadiq Khan, I don't know if he's broken a sweat in the last 10 years, Boris got COVID and got a personal trainer, and that doesn't seem to have done anything for him. Yeah. So again, they don't live it. So if it's not in their DNA, why would you expect the citizens to do it? I want to have it to be part of the daily life of Londoners. They're going to see me training every day. They're going to see me bringing people into City Hall that are at the top of this field, not just the physical health, but the mental health as well. Definitely. And that's why my special advisor on health and well-being is Nick Whitcomb, who stood up in Merseyside against the police trying to shut his gym down, and he's going to be down here as one of our advocates. So it's so important. It's something that it's not talked about enough in this country.
Oh, definitely.
But we need to make sure that people are rewarded for taking their health into their own hands and not waiting until they're 70-year-old and going to the NHS and saying, guess what, I've got 2 million pounds of problems that I created because I never had the information.
Yeah, so. I think it's supporting the right information getting out there and giving people the incentive, I think, is really critical.
And I'm going to show them. I mean, I had the reporter from the Times the other day who was joking about my biceps, and he was saying, are you going to build a gym in City Hall? And I said, okay, that's kind of funny, but
it'd be a good idea, to be honest.
I said, but we have to see a mayor that's actually being proactive, and then the citizens will follow, the children will follow. And again, I'm not going to stick up a pull-up bar in a park. I'm talking about being proactive in our community centers, health, well-being, yoga, dance, all of these things, martial arts being promoted throughout our community centers. So it's a big deal for me, as you know, and it's a great question. And the problem is that if we don't do this, no one else is going to do it. Yeah. Current mayor, the two-party system is not motivated to innovate. They're never going to. It's just the same old. And so I worry about this.
I think that's a key message, obviously, breaking this kind of, as you say, duopoly, because I think it creates conflicts, and that's not what we want. We want integration. We just want the best ideas on the table. So, that's what I think.
Yeah, and that's a great final point you make. I mean, they set up this two-party system. It's almost like we watch a show. It's like a football match every 4 years. You get this illusion of choice of the winner, but nothing changes. It's almost the same policies. Yeah. So you need an independent voice like us to come in there and just shake it all up and say, well, why are we doing these things? And that's why we're excited. That's why we plan on changing the future. And it's a great question.
Because I feel really these the two kind of party system, it's kind of it's like a factory for creating conflict. And because really we all agree on the things. We want better air pollution, better air quality. We want to be the healthiest we can be. We want opportunities to start businesses. We all agree on that. So. And really we need to bring that unity together because
I spoke with senior people to create this document. Like I said, members of the House of Lords, Metropolitan Police, TfL, architects, scientists, doctors. They all said the reason these ideas aren't being implemented is because of politics. They said the current mayor is not doing this because he's worried about his next job. The other guys are not doing this because they're worried about bargaining behind the scenes. That's why they all want to work with me, because they say you're independent, you're actually going to do it. So I agree with you, and on May 6th, we're going to create the biggest upset in British political history.
I hope so.
We're going to change this all up and shake this up. So thank you for the question. Thank you all out there. Let's do this on May 6th. All right.